Hey everybody, hopefully some of y'all can join me today. If not, y'all can always watch this later. Today I'm going to be making breaded chicken thighs, but I'm going to make them like so we can have them in a sandwich. I'm got some bacon that I'm cooking in the oven, and it's pretty simple. That's why I went ahead and got started on that. I just put my bacon on a sheet pan, put my oven at 400 degrees, let it cook. It's actually almost done because I took it out and flipped it so it can cook for a few more minutes. Chicken thighs. So I buy boneless, skinless chicken thighs, but again, sometimes they still have a little bit of fat on it, so I try to, take it off as best as I can. And then I left two so I can show y'all real quick. I was trying to find a meat mallet to kind of thin them out, but instead I'm just cutting them into smaller portions so that way hopefully they'll cook evenly. So you use a meat mallet, to hammer it down so that way it, is pretty even and you can cook it easier. But as I said, I can't find mine, and I tried to use my rolling pin and I ended up breaking off the handle, so I said never mind. So I'm gonna put some gloves on and show y'all. I'll move the camera. Also, I got my oil heating right now, and it's in my cast iron, but I'm not gonna deep fry them. I'm just gonna probably where it's like when you put them in, it's gonna cover about half of it, so it'll cook one side and then I flip it over and cook the other side. But obviously the more you put in there, it'll rise that or make that oil raise up. So anyway, so let me show you the chicken. Hopefully y'all can see. Let me move that box out of the way. This over here. So as you can see, these are the chicken thighs, and so your head's got a big part and a smaller part, and it's got some fat on it. So I'm going to cut some of this fat off, and if you are not very skilled with a knife, then I recommend you not do this. As you can see, I'm just cutting some of the pieces off to some, if you can. And some of the meat might come off with it, but that's okay. I'd rather you not cut your hand. I'm pretty sure there's a better way to do this, but this is just the way I do it. Like I said, I already have some already put up or cut up that I have in soaking in my buttermilk mixture, and I'll explain that in just a second. Sometimes these pieces have a little piece of bone on it, so I'm going to cut around. I think they're arguing with the dogs right now. I don't know what's going on. Alright, so I'm going to cut it right there. As you can see, that's a good little chunk, and then this is going to be another little piece. I'm going to throw that over there. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what they're yelling about. The dogs. What is going on? Anyways, they don't want to tell me. And this one again, it's pretty flat, so I can actually keep this as one whole piece if I want to, but I'm going to go ahead and cut it and have two smaller pieces. Let me get this cutting board out of the way. Alright, so in my mixture, what I did was I mixed so this is about 5 pounds of chicken. Again, I buy the family pack at Sam's. This one I think I got it at Walmart. Can y'all keep it down? Thank you. This is about 5 pounds of chicken thighs. And in this, I actually put 2 cups of buttermilk. If you do not have buttermilk, which I rarely have actually, I think I bought it to make some cakes that I make, and that's another recipe I'm going to show y'all later. Since the holidays are coming up again, it's a great recipe. Anyways, going back, so I put 2 cups of buttermilk and 2 eggs. Again, this is 5 pounds, so if you're doing it for a smaller portion, like 2.5 pounds or 2 pounds, you can use 1 cup of buttermilk and 1 egg for it. I also added, take one of these gloves off. Actually, I don't think I need them right now. I added my good old trusty garlic salt, and I did put about a tablespoon of it in here. I do season my buttermilk mixture because, I want my chicken to taste good. And then I put about 2 teaspoons of my paprika, and this one's at holy garlic, which I don't cook very often with it, but I do like the taste of it. It's got garlic, activated charcoal, pure ground chili, salt, black pepper, and brown sugar. It's a good little mix. Anyways, I put probably about a teaspoon of this, and I just kind of let it soak for a minute just to let it get nice and good. If you do not carry buttermilk, you can make it at home, which I've had to do by simply adding. So if you're going to use 1 cup, what you'll do is you get your measuring cup, and if you have lemon juice or vinegar, plain vinegar, you're going to put about, I think it's 3 to 5 teaspoons of vinegar or lemon juice. And then once that's in that measuring cup, you pour milk, regular milk, or I use lactose-free milk. So you put regular milk, lactose-free milk in there with it to add up to a cup. And that will make a good substitute buttermilk. Anywho, so this is my buttermilk and eggs. And again, I got my chicken pieces, as you can see, and here soaking it up. For my flour mixture, which, let me get another full pan. I know, you'd think I buy them at Sam's, so I have quite a few. So for my flour mixture, I'm just using all-purpose flour, and I'm going to start with probably about a cup, maybe a cup and a half of flour. And I actually have breadcrumbs. If you don't have breadcrumbs, you don't have to use them. Some people use panko, which is really good. I just never buy it that much. I just happen to have, again, I'm just using whatever I have on hand. I don't remember why I bought these, but I have them in my pantry, so I figure I use them. You can use crackers and grind them up in your blender, or if you have a food processor, or even a Ziploc bag and a rolling pin or meat mallet will work. Those will work. So this, I'm going to add let's do a cup and a half. So a cup and a half of breadcrumbs, a cup and a half of flour, and I do season my mixture because, again, I want my chicken to have flavor. So I can measure this for you guys because I just don't, because I eyeball it, but you know, it's a heaping tablespoon, and we'll do a heaping tablespoon. And for my paprika, which I know I have my other, the kids put utensils in my drawer that don't go in my measuring drawer. I think I'm going to do the same amount, which was 2 teaspoons of this and 1 teaspoon of this, which I'll have to open it. I did add a teaspoon of pepper in there too. So it looks like pepper, but it's not pepper. And I think I did a half a teaspoon, to be honest with you. I'm almost out of pepper. Well, I'm out of pepper, so whatever I had in there, which wasn't much, but normally I would add about a half a teaspoon of pepper to that. So I'm going to grab, okay, I'll just mix it with this. I like my flour mixture that you can see the spices and you can smell them. If you can't see them or smell them, then you need to add more. Plain and simple. I've seen so many of these little reels, or I guess they're TikTok videos, which I don't do, that they're seasoning their flour mixture and they barely put any seasoning, and I'm like, I want it to taste good. And honestly, I keep it pretty simple, where I just do the buttermilk, the buttermilk and the egg and the flour, and then I put it in my oil, and that's it. Pretty simple. Just because I don't want to complicate it, for one, and I'm a busy mom, so, you know, I just want to hurry up and get it done a lot of times. So I'm going to go ahead and drop one in there. And I think I'm going to use a glove. And I'm just going to kind of throw that flour mixture on top. There we go. And that's it. I'm not trying to make it too complicated. I'm going to turn the camera so you can see the oil. Hopefully you can see it. Sorry, I know I have stuff right there. And it's going on medium low right now. And it's, as long as you can kind of see the bubbling, you're good. So if it looks like the oil got stuff in it, it's because I did fry up the chicken fat pieces for my dogs. My mom used to do that for my dogs, so I do it when I can, especially if I have a lot of them, in which these, for some reason, they had a lot of fat on them. And you want to go away from you when you're putting it in the oil, of course, so it doesn't splatter on you. If you run out of your flour mixture, obviously just make a little bit more. I'm thinking I might end up running out of it pretty soon, but for now, I hope everyone is having a great week so far. If you have kids, I'm sure y'all have, this is the last week for the kids to be in school. Mine go until Friday, but then they have 3 weeks off. Can y'all believe that? 3 weeks off. I was like, we never had 3 weeks off. This one is a bit bigger piece, so as you can see how it's only going to about half of what I didn't want to fully submerge them, which you can, but I just want to do them halfway. I don't know. I just felt like I didn't want to use that much oil. I guess if you don't have that much oil, you can do it that way. If you have enough oil and you want to submerge them, go for it. Over a little bit so I can put one more. You don't want to put too many in there. Alright, so I'm going to get out the bacon. So I'm pretty sure it's done. Oh yeah. So the bacon, like I said, I line the pan. I just put them all in the pan, and they cook flat, which I love, and they kind of don't shrink too much either. So those are done. And again, we're going to make some chicken club sandwiches, basically. All the oil's going to that corner, so I'm just kind of moving them this way because I forgot I didn't have paper towels. I thought I had some, and I was at Sam's today, and I didn't get any. So crap. Alright, so once it's kind of done on one side, you can kind of tell when you move it around, you still need a little bit more time. But I can kind of fit one more in there, so I'm going to go ahead and put one in there. And that's it, guys. So, like I said, I'm going to just continue to do this, and then I'll do another little video later, or maybe I'll jump back on once it's pretty close to done, and then assemble the sandwich if you want to see. But pretty easy enough. I don't really like to do fried chicken that much, or chicken like this, because it gets hot in the kitchen and I smell like oil, which I hate. I don't use my vent because my believe it or not, my electricity breaker will keep tripping, so it's just easier to I have a little window in the corner over here, and so I just kind of crack it a little bit. But anyways, this is my fast, I guess, easy way to do breading. If you don't have breadcrumbs, like I said, you can use crackers, or you can just simply use flour, which I have too. Again, for the buttermilk mixture, if you don't have buttermilk, I told you I will put all of this in my description when I post it to my YouTube channel, so that way y'all can see. But other than that, that's pretty much it. So I'm going to continue to finish, and like I said, I'll jump back on later, show y'all the final results and product of what it looks like, and that's it. So thank you guys for joining for a little bit, and hopefully y'all get to watch the other videos. Y'all have a great night. See y'all later. Bye.